Coming up on Hashtag That.
We're back with the latest Hollywood news updates. All that and more from Hand 'em to Hollywood. We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for entertainment news.
Welcome back to Hashtag That. I'm Will Tier.
And I'm Mike Hanley. Let's dive into some new Hollywood scoops.
Dave Chappelle is now in some deep water after the release of his latest comedy special, The Closer. In this newest special, Chappelle addresses his past controversial jokes and even refers to himself as transphobic, continuously pointing towards offensive punchlines. Although Chappelle has created a career for himself by making offensive jokes, he has seemingly continued to marginalize the LGBTQ+ community, and that has provoked a lot of backlash and hate towards this new special. Jacqueline Moore, the producer of Dear White People, has come out saying that she will no longer continue to work with Netflix as long as they, quote, continue to put out and profit from blatantly and dangerously transphobic content. Many users of the streaming service have also criticized it for even keeping the special on. There has been no comment released by Chappelle or Netflix thus far. Another news story is in Smash, baby! This week we got hit with some major news from the world of video games. It involves none other than Super Smash Bros. With the latest and final character added, who is Sora, the protagonist of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, a series that combines the worlds of Disney and Final Fantasy to, well, okay, to be honest, varying results in quality, but it's a childhood favorite for millions around the world. After fans are begging for years to have Sora in Smash, and they finally got their wish. And I can't wait to see Sephiroth's face when he once again has to fight both Cloud and Sora in Smash. And guys can't tell, I'm just a tiny bit excited about this.
Saturday Night Live, the live show driven by its comedic sketches and celebrity guests, had an unlikely star host for its most recent episode. Kim Kardashian, influencer, activist, and model, took to the stage and, to everyone's surprise, absolutely killed the opening monologue. Kim did not hold back nothing at all, making comments about her plastic surgery, her famous sisters, her father's ties with O.J. Simpson, and her divorce to famous rap star Kanye West. She then went to appear in numerous sketches, making great appearances and jokes. One of the sketches even hosted stars like Chris Rock, Blake Griffin, Amy Schumer, Tyler Cameron, and John Cena. I, for one, had a great time watching, and it made me realize Kim Kardashian can really do it all. In other news, the lineup for the 56th Super Bowl halftime show has just been released. This year, the lineup is stacked. Artists included are Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. This lineup has been the largest in a pretty long time, with artists boasting an impressive 43 Grammy Awards combined. Personally, I am too excited for this performance. Who knows what songs they'll perform? In the past, many of these performers have collaborated on multiple projects, so I, for one, along with many other fans, am excited to see how this goes.
All right, now grab your tracksuits and find a partner to play marbles with, because we're going to Alex and Lane to get their takes on the hit series, Squid Game.
Hi, hashtag, it's Alex Kendall.
And Lane Dubin.
And we're about to count down the top 5 things you may have missed in Netflix original series Squid Game.
Just a disclaimer, if you haven't seen Squid Game yet, there are going to be a lot of spoilers in this, so just mute this part and just don't pay attention.
Coming in at number 5, Player 1 is the hidden leader. In Red Light, Green Light, it is revealed that the old man wasn't being tracked. While the other players had a green hue around to them, the old man did not, preventing him from getting shot at. Additionally, when the police officer was looking through player records for these games, they started with Player 2, with no record of Player 1 ever being there.
Coming in number 4 is the frontman foreshadowing. During the marble game, one of the players name drops the actor Lee Byung-hun, foreshadowing him as the frontman, aka the game master, who oversaw all the death matches.
Taking our number 3 spot is Poetic Tragedy. The tattooed gangster Deok-soo dies during the bridge game when the scorned Han Min-yo fulfills her promise of killing him, as she pulls him down with her. Earlier in the show, Deok-soo falls off another bridge in order to escape the mob, which foreshadows his ultimate fate.
For number 2, we have the gift-wrapped death box. Before the iconic bow-wrapped coffins made their debut in the game, take note that in the very first episode, Gi-young struggles to find his daughter a birthday present, ultimately settling on a random last-minute surprise gift which turns out to be a lighter shaped like a gun. This scene foreshadows the incinerators the coffins are burned in.
And lastly, in number 1, we have passing of the torch. In this blink and you'll miss it moment, the old man passes player number 456 his jacket, foretelling his eventual victory as number 1. And that wraps up our top 5 list from Squid Game. How many did you catch?
Well, that's it from us. I'm Lane Dubin.
And I'm Alex Kendall.
See you later, hashtag.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short commercial break.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Greg, come on man, let's split a ride home.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. It's here. It's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Mason and Audrey will be your guides through vast and new realities as they ponder the quality of what if. Let's check it out.
What's up, hashtag? It's Audrey Scafati.
And Mason Glod, and welcome back to Marvel Mondays.
Today we're going to be reviewing the new Marvel TV show, What If. Before you watch, spoilers are ahead.
What If is a 9-episode animated show about different universes in the Marvel multiverse.
So Mason, overall thoughts on What If?
I'm so torn. I don't know. You know, it was fun, but I didn't care that much about what was happening.
I thought it was a neat concept, but it didn't really do it for me.
I just didn't think the stories were that great. I didn't think they were that interesting.
I'd have to say my favorite is probably the one that's What If T'Challa became a Star-Lord, and I thought it was really fun just to watch, and Chadwick Boseman did voice T'Challa, which I thought was awesome.
I thought that episode was really fun. Like, having Thanos come back and not be a bad guy was really fun, and the Collector coming back and being the villain was really cool. I thought that episode was really well done. The creators of the show actually just revealed that they were planning a spin-off show based on that episode, featuring T'Challa in Guardians of the Galaxy, and that would have been so great. And I'm very sad it can't happen.
Mason, what was your least favorite episode of the series?
My least favorite episode was What If Thor Were an Only Child? This was just so bad. I don't know what they were thinking.
That was not the best episode in the whole show. I think that probably was the worst. Just like story-wise, it didn't make sense. I thought that it was the least accurate.
They also tried really hard to be funny, and
it wasn't.
I did think that the 2-part finale was pretty good. I didn't think it was too bad, especially that second to last episode. The first one with Ultron was really cool. I thought the fight between the Watcher and Ultron was pretty well done. I thought that the Watcher was one of the strongest parts of the show, and especially after those last 2 episodes, I wish he had more of a role throughout the show.
I thought that character itself, that was like the one new thing that we were getting in this whole show, and they kind of just like saved it until the very end. But I do think that the whole show in general would have been better if the Watcher's involvement was more present.
They have announced a season 2 to What If, and there are rumors that these characters might pop up in live-action movies.
I feel like I don't need a season 2 of What If. I don't need more of that same stuff.
What if ended after one season?
Overall, I thought thought the show was fine, but I also feel like it wasn't really necessary in the first place.
And Audrey, this is kind of our first semi-negative Marvel Mondays.
Such a shame.
I'm not happy to be doing that right now. On that note, I'm Mason Glock.
And I'm Audrey Scafati.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace out, hashtag.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Mason and Audrey in this one. What if it was just okay? It's honestly pretty weird. But not as weird as the news our very own Ben Kane has for us tonight. Segway, take it away, Ben.
What's up, hashtag? I'm Ben Kane, here to fill you in on this week's weird news. Imagine being so bananas for nuts that you fill a whole car with them. Well, a squirrel in North Dakota is that crazy and filled a Chevy Avalanche with 42 gallons of nuts. The owner of the car, Bill Fisher, came home from a 4-day trip and found his car filled with black walnuts, each the size of a lime. The nuts were stored in cracks and crevices, with Fisher removing enough to fill 7 6-gallon-sized containers. Fisher told the Grand Forks Herald how, quote, I had to pull the fenders off and clean out all the walnuts out, and thought I had them all, and took it down the road, turned the corner, and found one rolling down the windshield where the wipers go, end quote. This was not the first time either that Fisher has had to deal with squirrels. Red squirrels have been tormenting his car since 2013. Fisher is now becoming a big nut guy and has learned when the walnuts will fall and how quickly he has to clean them up. Now, to stop this problem, I'm not a rocket scientist here, but what if, wait for it, you just chop down the tree. Next up, a Turkish man was pronounced missing and was later discovered by himself. 51-year-old Beyhan Mutlu was out drinking with his friend and wandered into the woods. With a good night's rest, Mutlu encountered the search party and decided to help. After a while, he realized that the search party was calling his name and immediately realized the situation he was in. He said, quote, I told them I was Beyhan Mutlu, but they continued to search. Mutlu continued. They didn't believe me. The truth came out when my friend Mesut saw me, end quote. The search continued for more than half an hour before they finally listened to Beyhan. I'm just really happy that in such a crazy world we live in right now, Beyhan was able to find himself. Good for you, man. And finally, it's that time of the year again, Halloween. What's not to love about Halloween? The candy, the spookies and the scaries, and most importantly, the costumes. This year we are seeing an even more creative spread with costumes, and I'm here to break down my top 3. Starting with number 3, the cockroach. While it does look like a good costume idea, I don't think it's the most hygienic to have cockroaches putting their hands in the same bowl as people. And number 2, I'm going with the butter stick. What a better way to slide into someone's DMs to get that nice Halloween couples costume that we're all asking for. And at number 1, I'm going with the new Halloween classic, the rubber chicken. While I would have much rather seen a chicken sandwich costume, I'm just excited to make so many why did the chicken cross the road jokes, up until the point where my friends now hate me. And that's all for Weird News. I'm Ben Kane, back to Mike and Will at the desk.
Just when I thought news could not get any weirder, it does. Thank you, Ben. There was certainly a lot of buzz in the movie world this weekend. Let's hear from my co-anchor, Willie Tier.
Ready? 5, 6, and...
No Time to Die is directed by Cary Joji Fukunaga and is the latest and final film in Daniel Craig's run as 007. No Time to Die is about James living a tranquil life in Jamaica after his well-deserved retirement after Spectre. But when CIA friend Felix Leiter comes to him with a little job to extract a scientist from Cuba, it becomes much more than he bargained for, meeting up with old friends, a new rival, a lost love, and a sinister villain. I love this movie. It's a little overbloated. It's a little messy. It's a little corny. It's a James Bond movie. It's been 59 years and 25 movies. You know if you're a Bond fan or not, and you expect the tone, and I love this. Fukunaga does a great job of settling into the franchise as both an American director and a British franchise, and is a pretty new director. He did a great job. And as for the new faces, we have Lutsefer Safin, that's Rami Malek's character. I'm not going to talk about him because the movie doesn't really, even though he's the main villain. And but he doesn't really matter. So There you go. Also, his name is Lucifer Satan, which that's the on-the-nose, corny stuff that I just live for. So I love that. And Lashana Lynch plays Nomi. She's the best part of Captain Marvel. Really loved her here. Really hope to see her more, and just a great addition, and a very good rival for Bond, I'd say. We also have Ana de Armas as Paloma. Paloma's there for 10 minutes, really quickly, but she is now one of my favorite Bond characters. She's so much fun, really just a new take on a character in the world of Bond. I'm not going to spoil who she is, or like what she is. There's not really much to her for the main plot of the movie. In fact, that whole Cuba scene doesn't really matter, but like, it's so much fun, and she's really good, and she just kills it. And Daniel Craig does a great send-off as Bond. I always loved his interpretation of the character, and this is a great send-off for him. I very much enjoyed that. It got a little emotional at the end, too. You know, he's been Bond my entire life, and I genuinely like Daniel Craig, and I love his James Bond. And all around, really good movie. It's a 4.5 out of 5 for me. Fukunaga does a phenomenal job. Can't wait to see him do more Bond movies. And yeah, that's all from me. Back to you, hashtag. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot me on this last one. There it is.
Keep going with it. Leo! They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Welcome back. Emily McManaman is here to give us this week's Hollywood News Update. What do you have for us, Emily?
Hey, hashtag, it's Emily McManaman here with this week's Hollywood News Update. Last week, not only did Adele announce the release date of her newest single, but she also covered both the American and British Vogue November issues. Her latest interview with British Vogue is the first she's done in over 5 years, and it is chock full of insights into her upcoming album. She states that this newest album is an explanation to her son about her recent divorce and her fight to find her own happiness. She explores her recent weight loss as part of said happiness, opening up about her newfound addiction to exercise but continuing to preach a body-positive mindset. With this new album, Adele also mentions in the interview that it is the most self-destructive yet self-reflective album of hers yet. What do we think about the new concepts for this album? How do you guys think it'll differ from her older ones?
First of all, I'm a massive Adele fan. She's, I think, one of the most talented vocalists of our generation. I really do believe that. I wish the best for her, and I always am excited for a new album, like anything. And I'm just really happy that this has such a positive message. And listen, anything Adele I'm interested in. So how about you, Mike?
Yeah, definitely. I have to agree with everything you just said there. And plus, I grew up on her music, so it's really cool to see that she's releasing new stuff. That's going to be a little bit different, but still have the same Adele vibe. So I can only hope for more.
Absolutely, I completely agree. I grew up on her music as well, and I can't wait to hear some of the new stuff she's been working on. Last weekend, New York Comic Con held a surprise screening of Ghostbusters Afterlife. The reviews all around seem to be mostly positive, the consensus being that the film adopts the same style of humor, scares, and friendship as the original before it. Many diehard fans were also quick to recognize the Easter eggs, which shape the strong nostalgia the movie presents. Director Jason Reitman is receiving amazing praise for creating a film that reflects the original mystery, yet reimagines the characters to inspire a new generation of fans. Are you guys planning on seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife? How do you think Finn Wolfhard and McKenna Grace will compare to the originals like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd?
Okay, so first of all, I'm a massive McKenna Grace fan. She always plays the younger version of a lot of actresses, but I've always want to see what McKenna Grace can bring to the screen that she always did in really small things, so I'm so excited. I'm absolutely seeing it. As for the quality, I really hope it's good, but you know, you never know. It could go either way. The trailers haven't super sold me, but hey, Finn Wolfhard, McKenna Grace, Paul Rudd, I'll be there. I'll certainly give it a shot. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, the cast is stacked for this movie as well, but I've always kind of hated reboots, so it's going to be interesting how this handles. But I'm excited for it. So yeah.
For our final and probably most internet-breaking update, Timothée Chalamet released a sneak peek photo for his upcoming 2023 film Wonka. Dressed in the classic top hat and burgundy coat, Chalamet is officially the newest Willy Wonka, and so far the reviews are pretty mixed. Many fans of Chalamet himself took to Twitter, ecstatic about the new role and how Wonka will be portrayed in this new direction of casting. Others are already dismissing the idea, claiming that Chalamet will never live up to his impressive predecessors, Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp. Not much else is known about the film yet, but with such an iconic role, Timothée Chalamet is once again proving his strength, in which Hollywood will continue to grow. What do you guys think about this unconventional casting choice?
Well, first of all, I'm a big Timothée Chalamet fan. It's just the thing is, when you think of Gene Wilder, you got to bring that humor in. And we haven't seen Chalamet, although one of the most talented actors, we haven't seen him bring that humor and that like Willy Wonka eccentricness. We haven't really seen that. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but I'll be very curious to see it. I'm not super sold, but interested for sure.
Let's just say it's going to be an interesting role, so I'm just excited to see how he's going to play with it.
Absolutely.
It's definitely going to be a surprise one for the books. For this week's Hollywood News, that's it for this week's Hollywood News Update. Back to you, Will and Mike.
Thanks, Emily. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you got to keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
And now it's time to take our cues to WQAQ to hear what jams they've been listening to. Take it away, Armand.
What's up, hashtag? My name's Armand Rochlani, and I'm back with another edition of QUQ's WQAQ edition. Today we're going to be interviewing people from WQAQ radio station about what type of music they're listening to recently and all about it. Stay tuned. I'm Armand. I'm here with
Autumn Hirsch.
Autumn. What kind of music are you listening to recently?
I have some favorite artists. Jacob Collier, of course. Doja Cat, gotta have it. And then a smaller artist I recently discovered on TikTok named Eloise.
So what's your favorite song by Doja Cat?
Ooh, I really like Woman.
Woman?
Of course, because of TikTok. But
Actually, my favorite song by Doja Cat is probably Getting To It.
yeah, that's fair.
Here with Johnny Marquardt. Johnny, what type of music you listen to lately?
It all depends on the mood I'm in and the time of day. Because usually in the mornings I listen to more slow, chill music to kind of get me ready for the day. I'll listen to maybe some Frank Ocean or some Miguel or even some Mac Miller. But as the day goes on, I like to get more hype or more peppy with the music. Lately I've been listening to Melodic Blue by Baby Keem.
So what's your favorite song on that album?
There's a lot of songs that I really like on that album. I think Trademark USA, the first song, came in with a punch. It's probably one of my favorites, definitely. But if I want to listen to a slower jam, I might listen to 16 or South Africa.
Awesome. And I'm here with Mason Glod. So Mason, what type of music you listen to lately?
You know, a lot of new music coming out. Very exciting. I just went to their concert, so I've been very into Chelsea Cutler and Quinn 92. Chelsea has a new album coming out. Super excited for that. Jeremy Zucker just dropped an album. Also really good, been on that a lot. Got John Bellion with a new song, who's my absolute favorite, and I'm hoping for an album.
All right, guys, that was great. We got to hear what everyone's been listening to lately. A special thank you to WQAQ. Be sure to tune in next time on QUQ.
All right, now it's time for This or That Fall Edition. Let's see who has the better fall season tastes.
Oh, nope, that's you.
All right, first up we have pumpkin picking or apple picking.
See, I'm gonna go with apple picking. You could make apple cider. That's pretty good. Apple pie, apple crisp. Apple crisp is great.
That's pretty good.
Pumpkins, you can carve them and make pumpkin-related things, but they don't beat apple-related.
No,
things.
I totally disagree with you.
Really?
Everything.
Go for it.
Yes. No pumpkins. Okay. Picture this.
Yep. Go for it.
They're on the ground.
Uh-huh.
You're good there.
Yep.
All right. Second, you can like take the seeds out. You can do stuff with them. You can make pumpkin pie with it. You can carve it into a fun face.
True.
You know. And it's a Halloween classic. It's a fall classic. There's nothing you can't do.
That's a fair point. No, I recognize your stance.
Yeah.
I completely do.
There we go.
All right. Next up, we have sweaters or flannels. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with probably flannels, maybe. Oh, did you give me a look for that?
Yeah,
I'm a big sweater
I'm
man.
definitely giving you a look for that.
Is it because I don't wear a lot of flannels?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I've never
that's good.
seen you in a flannel like ever.
I'm gonna prove you wrong. This fall, I'm gonna pop out a flannel. You're gonna be so surprised.
And the world is gonna end.
Yeah, probably. Well, you're a big sweater guy.
No, I'm a huge sweater guy.
You're a huge sweater guy.
I wear them whenever I can. So
Yeah. Next we have pumpkin pie or apple pie. Oh boy. I'm gonna go with pumpkin pie for the reason being that the picture they showed did not have any ice cream with your apple pie, and you have to have a heated thing of apple pie with your ice cream. Otherwise, that's just apple pie. You might as well have apple crisp, which is better. So you're going with the pumpkin pie. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, no,
Here's a
that's
plot twist. I've had neither. So
You've
I
had
have no idea.
Mike.
I've not. I know. I'm uncultured.
So I'm just not friends with him now.
Yeah.
Well, until you eat both of those things.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to do that. All right.
Yeah, you have to do
That's
both
on my
of those.
list.
Yep. Next up is hot chocolate or tea. It's a lovely image of Kermit. Love Kermit. Who doesn't love Kermit? It's great. I'm going to have to go with tea just because I like tea. I love hot chocolate, but also like I just enjoy tea. It's the little bit of Brit in me for sure.
You're a psychopath. You're a psycho.
I enjoy tea.
You're nuts. More than hot chocolate. Hot chocolate is amazing.
No, I'm not saying hot chocolate.
It's like chocolate milk, but
I'm
like
just saying
hot,
I love
you know?
tea. I'm saying I love tea.
Okay.
All right.
We're moving on.
Next is Halloween or Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have to go. Listen, I love Thanksgiving, but I gotta go with Halloween.
Okay. Why? No. Why?
Okay.
Why?
I'm gonna go with Halloween just because you get to dress up. You have a good time. It's pretty fun. You get candy. Thanksgiving, it's really nice to see your family. It's great to just, all have a good meal. But hey, turkey isn't as good as people say it. Turkey's fine.
I don't know, because
Turkey's fine.
I feel like you grow out of Halloween, but Thanksgiving is a constant.
I won't grow out of Halloween.
No, but it's like, okay.
All right,
And then moving on.
Next one.
Our final one is candy corn or caramel apple. Candy corn, all the way. I've had that stuff since I was like 9. It is the best thing ever.
I'm not a huge fan of either, but I'll have to go with candy corn.
There we go. We agreed on something.
We agreed on something.
Thank God.
I like candy corn. Who doesn't like candy corn? That works. All right. On to our celeb celebrations of the day. We would like to wish Cardi B a very happy 29th birthday. From her unforgettable songs to her amazing humor. She deserves a day full of surprises. From all of us to you, happy birthday.
We would also like to wish a happy birthday to none other than Brendan Flynn, known for his role as Justin on 13 Reasons Why. The actor turned 28 today. We hope it was an amazing day.
And that's all we have this week for #that.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts and to download the Q30 app on the App Store to stay up to date.
I'm Will Tier.
And I'm Mike Hanley, and we'll see you again next week.